Are you afraid to go shooting? Do you feel like you can't handle a gun? Well, that's okay because we get asked a lot at gun shows and at our store for smaller guns, smaller caliber guns, lighter guns, all kinds of things that people perceive to make shooting easier. But in reality, it doesn't. So, what I want to touch on briefly today is shooting is a sport. And a lot of people don't think about it that way. They don't approach it as a sport that has fundamentals, that has a skill set, that has things that if you get more proficient at them, it will make it easier. Now, aiming just takes practice, but handling a firearm can be approached analytically and fundamentally. There are fundamentals no different than any other sport. You're not going to go out and pick up a basketball and know what to do if you don't practice. Shooting is the same way. There's a way to grip the gun. There's a way to put both hands on it. It's really not that difficult, but it does take practice. So today I've got my Springfield Hellcat, and I'm just going to show a couple things that we see people do. And you really got to break out of that mentality if you're new to shooting. So first thing, firearm is clear, nothing in the chamber. So we will see people at a gun show come up and grab a gun like this. Nobody holds a gun down there. If you're going to pick up a firearm, pick it up every single time as if you're intending to use it. Practice the fundamentals every single time you handle a firearm. As you practice that time and time again, that's going to be the only natural way you grab a gun. So you're not going to be able to have a bad grip. You're not going to be able to have issues with holding the firearm. And that's the biggest thing. It's repetition and practice, and it gets easier. Recoil can be scary, but the same principle applies. As you practice more, as you get more proficient with your grip, you'll be able to manage the recoil. Going smaller and going lighter is not the answer, because smaller actually increases recoil and lighter actually increases recoil. Unless you go way down on caliber to like a 22, which, yeah, it's enough to hurt somebody, but in a defense situation, for the most part, a 22 is probably just going to piss off the assailant. So I tell everybody that if you can handle 9mm, get yourself a 9mm. Now, there are some legitimate concerns, people with strength issues that cannot physically rack the slide, but that's another one that there are fundamentals. We see a lot of people grab the gun out here and they're doing this, they're trying, and I'm sorry, that is a weak leverage position. If you get the gun in by your body, get a good firm pinch on that slide. So slide serrations, thumb, pinch around the top so you're clear of the chamber. Get your hand back on it as if you were holding it, and use your shoulders. That makes it easier. The other thing is, if you're trying to rack a brand new gun, that spring is brand new. It will get easier over time. So if you can go to the range where they have rentals and they have guns that are broken in, see if you can rack the rentals, because that spring is about what it's going to be like once you get some range time in. So there's so many different factors that work together. Don't be afraid of asking questions, and don't be afraid of getting out there and practicing, because it is a sport. It's okay to not be good the first time you go to the range. It's okay to not know something when you go to the range. There are a lot of videos online, but honestly, getting your hands on the gun and getting actual practice in is going to be the best thing for you. So overcome your fears, support the Second Amendment, Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good social media nonsense, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.